doesn't burn. That's the difference. Cigarettes burn tobacco. The flame burns the leaf, and that leaf to smoke. Except it doesn't use fire. It uses a battery. A small coil of metal heats up a cartridge filled with liquid, topped with nicotine, flavoring, and the chemicals that turn liquid into aerosol. One press of a button in 1 second. The coil heats up. It transforms the liquid into aerosol, not water vapor, something deadlier, something denser, something that gets pulled into your lungs. It was introduced in 2003, marketed as a cleaner, more modern and safer alternative to cigarettes. No ash, no flame, with barely any trace. Still, the purpose remains the same. Both still kill, just in a different form. They deliver a highly addictive stimulant, a quiet poison, nicotine. Same intentions, same side effects. Propylene glycol and glycerol, liquids that absorb water. Inhaling can dry out the mouth, throat, and airways. But nicotine is the real issue here, the addictive substance that affects the brain, increases heart rate, and quickly creates dependence, especially repeated use. Artificial flavorings are added to make vaping taste better and more appealing. But many of these chemicals were designed to be eaten, not inhaled. These water absorbing properties, they harm one's body, especially when combined with other substances. When these liquids are heated, they can produce other compounds such as metals, aldehydes, and volatile chemicals. The studies show that around 60 to 70 chemical compounds can be presented in e-liquids and their vapor. Sure, vapes contain less harmful chemicals than cigarettes. This doesn't mean they are safe. More and more researchers are finding the short and long term effects of vaping. Only time will tell what these drugs can actually inflict. However, some users have reported serious side effects. In some cases, seizures have been reported. Others have experienced respiratory problems alongside with difficulty in breathing and irritation in the lungs. Aerosol from vapes can contain heavy metals that weigh on your health. These substances run the risk of introducing other harmful chemicals that could increase the risk of cancer. Microscopic particles from these substances can be carried in the aerosol, and when inhaled, they travel deep into the lungs, where they affect the body over time. Some flavorings inside a vape are considered safe to eat, but that doesn't mean it's safe to inhale. One example is a chemical called diacetyl, linked to an irreversible lung disease, a condition known as bronchiolitis obliterans, popcorn lung, which causes severe permanent respiratory impairment that could lead, sometimes, to death. Because of this risk, it's important to try to stay away from the harmful effects of e-cigarettes. Of course, the best way is not to start in the first place. But if you have considered taking steps to quit, one way is to keep track of your e-cigarette usage and slowly lower it over time. Seeking support from friends and family, as well as others who are trying to quit, can help as well to encourage you to stop. And for non smokers, try to stay away from smokers to avoid inhaling the secondhand smoke